I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay.
I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could quit doing these drugs, but I can't and I'm afraid.
I wish that I was smart.
I wish that I was rich.
I wish it wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could help. I wish I wasn't sick.
I wish I was Tom McDonald. I'd be just like him.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness was right around the corner. Every single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old days are out of reach. I wish that they were closer. I wish I wasn't anxious and I wish I could fast forward. And I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller. I wish the nights were longer and I wish the days were shorter. And I wish that I could sleep enough to maintain my composure. I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself but also be immortal. Take me to the oracle. I heard that time is borrowed. Can you give me back my yesterdays? I'll give you my tomorrows. Forget all of my morals and just live like I cannot remember sorrow. Before I love the tattoos in the corner.
Hey, how we doing? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Files. Tyler.
Hey, Mike.
Welcome back again.
Hey, welcome back to you.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
I know. It's been like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't even see you before. Anyway, hey, we got Tyler Tracy in the house. We're hoping to get Kpook Joshua here shortly. Gonna bring him in. Anyway, I was meaning to come out with this a little bit earlier today, but it didn't work itself out like that. So here we are. But anyway, we got a couple things we were going to talk about here before we get Pook on. And when we see him come on, we'll just kind of switch gears and go over there. But there's something that's been on my mind for quite some time in this little town. And this is a local thing. So only the people that, live here in Coyote, Wyoming are kind of going to understand this. But something that has bothered me for quite some time. And Tyler here has been a recipient of this bullshit, but it's the website that they have for the police department here. Now, what they do is if you get arrested for anything whatsoever, they put your mugshot up, they put your charges up, and it goes out to the whole entire, anybody who, actually the whole world.
Sure.
I mean, because you could be in, Sierra Leone, and if you were so inclined to look it up, then you could find it. And so basically, your mugshot comes up, and it shows, what they're charging you with. And in a small town like this of 10,000 people, you are automatically guilty, regardless of the outcome of your day in court. So you don't even get your day in court, right? And it's, this is a judgmental town. Let's not make any qualms here.
No, it's illegal to be homeless in this town.
Yeah, they don't know. There's no homeless shelter here. If you're homeless here, you know what they do to you? They put your ass on a bus.
On a bus, and they run you out of town.
Get your ass out of here. They'll give you
quickness.
They'll hit up maybe one of like the Methodist church or whatever, or they might help you out with like a hotel for a night.
Yeah.
And then you're out. You're gone. Like homelessness is not even. It is not tolerated here in this.
We are not a friendly community.
No, we're not. We aren't at all. It's really fucking pathetic, I think. We talk about how we're all small community and everybody is, looks at, no, we don't.
Yeah, no.
We look out for those who, suit our purposes. And it's the only place I've ever lived where people feel like they come up on the backs of others' misfortune.
Right.
It's like you've been through it.
Sure.
And I've had people send me photos of you on that website, and I've been like, why don't send me this shit? It's like, I don't want to see pictures of my friend. I don't even want to see pictures of people that I know and maybe possibly don't necessarily like.
Yeah.
I still don't thrive on the misfortune of others. I don't want to see people in jail. Unless obviously if it's somebody that's a child molester, a rapist, a murderer, some shit like that. Okay, that's one thing. I still really don't want to see it, because number one, that makes a person guilty until proven innocent.
Right.
And so in the eyes of the community, it's a really bad deal. Because you've got a group of old ass women, even mostly it's females in this fucking town that do this shit.
Sure. They thrive on that.
I everybody that would send me one, I had to finally start saying, don't send me this shit anymore because I don't want to see it. I'd wake up in the morning, right? I wake up, I'm going to brush my teeth, whatever. And then my phone beeps and I look at it and here's a picture of Tyler or another homeboy that got jammed up on something. They ain't been to court yet. they haven't been proven guilty. They've been arrested, you know, and I don't think that that's right.
No, I don't personally care for it.
I think it's bullshit. I think it's just like the fucking newspaper here in town. I mean, that's the only reason people still subscribe to that fucking Cody Enterprise is
for the police blotter.
That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it. And, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for that, I don't think, and I honestly think they probably keep it in there because that's really the only thing that they have worth a fuck, because that publication is dog shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's horse crap.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read so much libelous hearsay and slander in that fucking thing. And I've been in there myself too. I mean, I've had my name fucking run through the muck in that thing. You know, I've, you know,
well, they blast you.
Not been on the PCSO, whatever the fuck it is. But I mean, I have a real problem with that. And I'd like to know how all you local people weigh in on this, because I know that a lot of you out there, you like to sign in on that thing in the morning. And I think that's dog shit. I think when the first thing that you do in the morning is you open up that phone and you get on that thing
to prey on the misfortune of
others,
to
see who got arrested the night before, and then take screenshots of it and send it to everybody. That's some bullshit, because you could get jammed up on any number of fucking things that are wrong and misleading and not right. And then the other issue with it too is that if you go through court, you get, you know, if you get acquitted on all charges and it's found that none of it was even close to being right, guess what? They don't print any fucking retraction.
No.
They don't come out on that website with a picture of you saying, hey, Mr. Tracy was exonerated on all these charges.
Yeah.
And he's, you know,
this was found to be unsubstantiated.
Right.
None of that.
But even at that point, there's still a stigma, because people always want to believe the worst about everybody. Right.
Right.
I mean, my thought is you get arrested for something that it shouldn't be out there like that.
No,
not at all. I mean, because immediately, you know, like myself, right? Private business owner. Say, you know, you could throw all these hypotheticals out there, right? Like say you're living with a female that's just absolutely cuckoo, right? She locks herself in the back room, back there punching herself in the face. And I've seen this happen. And then calls the police. And the police show up and she comes out of the back room where she's been locked in. And what's a rookie cop going to do that doesn't know you, that doesn't, they got to take somebody to jail, right?
Somebody's going to jail, and it's not going to be the guy that's not bloodied up.
It's going to be the man. It's always going to be the man. It's never going to be the female. It's going to be the man. And then you're going to go down there and say you're out in your garage minding your own fucking business, you know? And she's back there doing this shit, right? Next thing you know, you're in county, you're getting your mugshot taken. And then as a business owner, all of a sudden, boom, your picture comes out on that PCSO.crime graphics or whatever, you know?
No, whatever it is.
And you've got every single bored old bag in town. And I'm sorry, but if you get on that thing every day, you're an old bag. And if you get on there every day, and whoever you are, you're a piece of shit, because to sit there and have to look at that fucking thing every day. And then not only just to look at it, but then, here we go, to send that shit out, right? To send that, to take screenshots and send that shit out to everybody you know. You know what that is? That is climbing on the backs of the misfortunate. That's climbing on the backs of other people's bad fortune and trying to come up from it, man. And I've never, ever lived any place like that in my life where people do that on a consistent basis. This town is terrible like that.
Well, the people here thrive on chaos, on gossip, on drama. It's like they've been watching The Real World on MTV for far too long, and they just need that drama in their lives to be able to feel like they have any sorts of substantial input into society or something.
Right. And I think I think their fucking lives are so goddamn boring that they got nothing better to do. And they think that, like, because they got the extra scoop on somebody, right, that's gonna that escalates their social status, right?
Right. Like maybe they're the first one to find out. They're the first one to send those pictures out to their friends.
Right. And then, so you got this one, one person says it to another, then the other person sends it to the next person down the line. And then, the first sender gets the credit. Oh, well, I got this from so-and-so. And
yeah.
And then, he's a piece of shit. I always knew he was a piece of shit and all that,
Yeah.
And then all that talk starts, right? And so you're sitting there and you're locked up And I mean, it could be total bullshit. I mean, the way that there's bullshit around here that happens all the time. I mean, where people get jammed up and it's over just nonsense. And the way that the system is set up to work, it's not like that.
Yeah. And what about a fair trial? You know,
Right.
if you take that, if you take that shit to the box, you know, by the time you come up to your trial, everybody's seen that thing, that it's so ingrained in their minds that, that you're that guy. You're the guy that did, you know, beat a woman or sold drugs or whatever the case may be, that it doesn't matter if you're innocent because they know, because they've read it.
Right. And you know, they've seen your photo and you're on there. And so
and there is no fair trial.
So it's not like you're being presented in a euphemistic light whatsoever. It's dysphemistic completely. And when you're trying to draw a jury trial or whatever, say you go to trial, how are you going to find a fair jury?
Yeah, you're not going to.
I mean, everybody's going to have seen it. Everybody's going to have talked about it. And I think it's bullshit. And I think the city should be ashamed of themselves for this, to tell you the truth, because it's really fucking disgusting. And this has been a problem I've had with this fucking place for a long time. And I'm finally talking about it because I think it's something that we need to address as a community in this fucking town of Coyote, Wyoming, because it's nonsense. It's absolutely nonsense. I mean, you can be wrongfully arrested for any number of fucking things, you know? And then that shit comes out there on the line and you've got all these and I'll tell you what, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like stereotype anybody here, because I know just as many dudes, I guess, not as many, but I mean, most of the time is these old fucking ladies, you know, it's females for the most part, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've never gotten a copy or a photo of a screenshot from another dude. Yeah. It's always from a female saying, look what your friend did, you know? And it's like, I don't want to see that shit. I mean, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It's not my place to say. And if it's my boy that's in there, then it's like, what can I do to help him out? What's he need? Did they take him away from his kids? Did they, where's his car? What happened to his dog? Like, where are people doing that? Like, that's what you should be looking at. Is like, you all act like in this community that just because you get arrested by these police that these people are, I mean, this town fucking sucks. I mean, this town used to be kind of cool, you know? I mean, there ain't nothing. You go downtown on a Friday night. I mean, it used to, remember back in the day?
Oh yeah. It used to be popping.
I mean, even in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be 28 below zero and there'd be people out having a good time, and you can't even do that anymore. I mean, because there's, quite frankly, at 10 o'clock on a Friday night, there's more police out on the fucking street here in Coyote, Wyoming than there are people. Everything closes. I mean, if you're out after 10 o'clock in this town, I mean, you're automatically, you pass one of these dudes and they're going to flip around and fucking follow your ass just because you're out at 10 o'clock on Friday night. Now that's just when shit starts popping in a city.
Yeah. And this town has got to have one of the highest police per
capita.
Per capita.
I think so.
Per civilian ratio.
And I ain't talking, and I'm not talking bad about any of the cops here in town. I mean, I know a lot of you guys out there, and I've had interactions with a lot of you, and I really don't have a single one of you that I mean, really have anything bad to say about. I mean, you guys have, for the most part, treated me respectfully. I treat you respectfully. And, I mean, I think I've been pulled over maybe one time since I got out of prison. It was my mistake for not putting my tags on my truck 5 days after I was supposed to. It was a misunderstanding. It was my fault. And, we walked away from it, no big deal. But it's not necessarily, I don't think the officer's fault, but I think it's the community. I think the community has this mindset, well, and they've kind of exacerbated this and allowed this type of shit to go on. It's like, I mean, like I said, I've never been anywhere where it's like somebody does something good, and instead of being like, hey, right on, like, giving a guy a hand up, like, hey, I mean, like, I look at it like, if I see somebody succeeding and doing something cool, right? Like, if I see somebody doing good, that means I'm doing good.
Right.
Like, and then if I see some shitty happen to somebody, right? I mean, and then I go around and
then that's a comment.
And I try and use that to like step on their back and like elevate myself to this, it's like, no, that's not how it should work. I mean, we should all look at, the good things that we do.
Sure.
And be like, like I see you, say you publish a fucking book, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Am I going to come down on that? Hell no. I'm going to put out a fucking a review on Amazon, on anywhere, saying, yeah, hey, this is a great book. I mean, I'm going to be like happy for you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like telling my people, like I'll put out social media shit saying, hey, look, check out what my boy did. You know, this is a badass book. Go pick it up, read it, check it out. You know, I mean, and you know, and then say you get, you know, hammed up on some bullshit. You know, oh well, yeah, I knew he was like that all the time, anyways. You know,
yeah.
Fuck that. You know,
By the way, his
bullshit.
book sucks.
It's not the way that the system in America was set up to work. That's what I'm getting at here, right? Because this is what this does is this allows somebody to be guilty until proven innocent, and that's not where this country is supposed to be with this.
That's not how the justice system is.
It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. And so often I see that in this town, and a lot of places too. I mean, it's that way with the federal system. I mean, it's just crazy, you know, and then to put that out there on people, right? So now not only do you have to go into a court of law, you've already got the book stacked against you, right? But now you got to go in there and everybody in the community has seen your mugshot. Now, I saw a mugshot of you, which is the best one I think I've ever seen. And I'd love to pull it up right now, but I'm not going to. But you're like laughing your ass off, man. Everybody else is, you know, I mean, you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, you're sitting there. They take your glasses away, and I know you can't see nothing.
Shit. They're telling me to look at this.
Yeah, you're like looking up this way, and you're laughing, dude. You're like I mean, it's like I was looking through some of them today just because I was thinking about this shit, and I thought, well, I'm gonna look up Tyler and see what. And I saw that mugshot, man, and I was just cracking up because you're just like fucking you're just like, you know, you're your same personality that you always have. Yeah. You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are you going to do? You know, I mean, most people are just like, you could tell they're like, just, I mean, they just look like, I mean, you know, when you get arrested, you're not looking your best for the most part. I mean, but that one was funny. I was looking at that one, just laughing my ass off. Like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, and yeah, I could tell. I was like, what is he looking at?
Well,
because you're like looking like up here.
Squirrel put up on top of this this camera that you're supposed to look into.
Yeah.
You know, the squirrel. You're supposed to look at the squirrel.
Oh,
in order for
squirrel.
Them, yeah. In order for them to get the proper mugshot of you. And I'm like, man, you took my glasses away. I can't see shit.
And what's up with that? Taking the glasses away, dude.
And they're like, look that way. And I'm like, which way? I don't know which way you're fucking pointing.
I don't even know where you are. I'm just going by sound. I can hear you.
Said to have somebody jump up and down in the direction I'm supposed to look.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. And that's what I'm saying is it's just like, you know, this is something that's been on my mind for a while with all this. It's some bullshit. You know, I mean, it's just another example of, I mean, in this town, like, you don't ever hear anything good about like what somebody's done, right? It's always, you know, well, you know, did you hear about you hear about such and such got divorced? Did you hear about such and such did you hear about such and such got, you know, this, that? I mean, it's never like, hey man, did you hear about fucking, you know, fucking Tyler just fucking came out with a goddamn documentary, man, on YouTube, and the fucking thing is badass. And it's like, have you seen it? You should fucking check it out. It's good shit. You know, I mean, it's never anything like that. And like, even if you were to do that and come, I mean, I have a feeling that a lot of people talk shit about what I'm doing with my podcast. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck them.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm not doing this for anybody else. I don't care if you gain value from it, then great. And I hope that's what it brings, is some value. I mean, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to hate on anybody except maybe let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Come on,
Brandon. Let's go. It's time for you to go home, Brandon. It's been a long night. You got too corned up. You had one too many. You had too much too fast. Let's go, Brandon.
Brandon, you're starting to look a little confused up there.
Brandon, let's go.
You know, and kind of going back to the newspaper part, you know, we were talking about the newspapers and the police blotters. You know, this town's so petty. I read, and I swear I read this. Somebody, reporting person, called to report his neighbor's dog pooping in his yard.
Yeah,
that's the type of community we live in.
Right.
Instead of walking over and saying, "Hey, man, your dog's shitting in my yard again," they call the cops and they involve the law enforcement about things that, you know, more than usual, or more often than not. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
it comes back as unsubstantiated, where they found no reason for the call, I mean,
right. And then the thing is these guys are so bored too that they show up and there's like, there'll be like 3 of them show up over dog shit.
Yeah.
Like when I got
prints.
pulled over for my tags, right? Like the dude had followed me so closely for so long. It was obviously he'd run my plates. He knew who I was. My record probably came up on there and he was right on my ass. And when I turned to go down to my shop, boom, he lights me up. He knew who I was. I mean, and he's pulling me over for not having tags. And this was like on November 5th and I needed to have him on there by the 1st. And come to find out, I had him in the console in the truck. I had insurance. I've got a valid driver's license. He should have been able to see that, but and then next, there's like 3 other cops for pulling somebody over for having tags that are expired by 5 days. That you wouldn't even get pulled over for that in a city. You wouldn't.
Yeah. No,
you wouldn't get pulled over for that.
You probably wouldn't get pulled over for that in other parts of Wyoming.
Probably not. But I'm fine, whatever. Pull me over. I don't care. You're right. And that's what I tried to tell these guys. And the ones that showed up as backup, they were kind of little younger guys, and I had gotten out of the vehicle because I wanted to see, because I remembered going down and I got the tags on time.
Yeah.
I'd walked out of the courthouse, and I always make it a point to stick them on the fucking license plate when I leave the courthouse, because I know what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll put them I'll set them up on the day. I'll forget. And I come out and I see this contractor that I hadn't seen in a while, guy I used to work with a bit. I see him. Oh, hey, what's up, man? And we start chopping it up.
Sure.
And so we get done talking, and it's like, hey, good to see you, man. Take care. And, and I just get in the truck, and I did exactly that. I throw him in the console. And the funny thing is that I drove up to Billings the next night and went to the Slayer farewell tour concert and stayed the night there. And then the next night I drove up to Missoula and went to the Primus show up there.
Right.
And then the next day drove back. So I went from here to Billings to Missoula and all the way back here. And then it was like a night or 2 later, I'm going down to my shop. No big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal. It was my fault. Like I said, the couple of them were like, this is your responsibility. They're getting all upset about it. And I'm like, dude, I've already said that.
Yeah.
I've already explained to you that, yes, it is my responsibility. And something happened. And I said, I don't know whether I have the tags in my truck or if they're at my shop. I said, but literally a half a block away is my shop. And you guys can follow me down there if you'd like. And we can get to the bottom of it and figure it out. I was like, and then the guy that had pulled me over, he was already in his car looking it all up. He said, I know he already knew. And he comes back, it was just like, really, we need the whole goddamn force to show up. I mean, that's how they treat things around here. It's just like, it's like out of date tags. Now, granted, I know I can understand why they probably showed up for backup with me. I can understand it because I'm a violent federal felon.
Sure.
According to my paperwork, which is bullshit. I never did anything to anybody. Never pulled a gun on anybody, never threatened anybody, nothing. But that's what it says. And I can't ever make that go away. No. So it shows up when they pull me over, I got pulled over one other time since I've been out, and I was doing 84 and 80 up in Montana. And the first thing the high poke comes up and says, what'd you go to prison for? I said, if you got to ask me that and you never seen me before, I said, obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, I got a letter from my PO, if you'd like, that says I can be in Montana right now. I said, I'm just going out to pick up my daughter. And he goes, oh, I already talked to her. I said, so why are you asking me, man?
Oh my.
I mean, if you already talked to my PO, then obviously you look me up and
yeah,
you don't want to see because I made sure that if I was traveling out of state, I always had a letter of approval from them, because it's like, I didn't want to get jammed up being, over state lines.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing. You went over state lines.
Yeah.
Like Kyle Rittenhouse. Over state lines.
He's over state lines.
How many times do you hear that on the news? He crossed state lines 1 mile away from his house.
Well, and it's crazy because
Jesus.
Now I can travel all the way to Cheyenne without any problem.
Yeah, but you can't go.
But
you
I
can't
can't
go
drive
37 miles north.
I can't drive the 90 miles to Billings
or even to Belfry.
Yeah, or even to Belfry. But I can drive what 6 hours south.
Yeah,
without any problems.
And you can go down to Rock Springs, and you can. This whole state lines thing, and then not to get off on a tangent here, but I guess I'm going to kind of digress, but you talk about the state lines thing, and it's such a big deal. Like the Rittenhouse case, it was a huge deal to all these fucking idiots. He crossed state lines. Well, first of all, okay, he worked in that place.
Sure.
His dad lived there. His family lived there. The firearm he was carrying was there. He didn't cross state lines with a firearm. That was my big thing. Was that I did cross state lines with a pistol in my duffel bag in the back of the truck, which I did all the time. I mean,
It's Wyoming.
Right. And I never brandished it on anybody or anything like that. But anyway, to get to my point, we all worry about this state line shit, but then look what's going on at the border.
Yeah.
That's the country's border.
Yeah.
This mushhead just said, come on. So we got a huge crisis going on down there. And my concern with it is not so much the fact that people are coming over from Mexico into the United States, because the way I kind of feel about it is like, we took that land from them anyways. And I mean, I kind of look at it like, this whole idea of possession of land is, I mean, it's, I don't know. I mean, as a country, sure, you got to have a border.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's just, that's the way it goes. I mean, but I don't really know why. I don't know why it couldn't just be like, you're on Earth.
Yeah.
Go where you want to go. Go where you want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all going to work itself out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if everything was just wide open,
it all comes out in the wash.
Wouldn't it? I mean,
sure.
It's like the idea that I got to get a driver's license this year. I'm 45. I've been driving since I was 15.
Yeah.
Why do I have to go pay $35 before March 23rd of this year to get another
something saying that you know how to drive?
Yeah. I mean, I've never had a moving violation. I mean, I didn't get a ticket from the guy that pulled me over for 84 and an 80, because they really can't give you a ticket for that.
Right.
I mean, there's, anything under 5 miles an hour, it's like, really? I mean, I know they do it like in these little podunk, like Byron and shit like that.
That's how they pay for their fireworks.
Right.
Show.
That's why I will never go watch fireworks in Byron, ever.
Because that's entertainment from the misfortune of others, really.
It certainly is, and they'll pull you over for 27 and 25.
Yeah.
I mean, there was times when I'd be working in Lovell and I'd go through there, and I mean, I knew. I mean, there's really not a time that you drive through there during the day that you don't have the sheriff on one side of town, and then you have the local cop on the other side.
Right.
You pass 2 law enforcement vehicles going through that town, and they'll pull you over for 27.
Yeah, and it's about 4 blocks long.
That's not that long. And then if school's in, then you got to drop it at 20. I mean, I used to slow it down when I'd work over there, and I'd always have a truck full of hands and stuff, have 3 guys that worked for me in the vehicle, and I mean, it would knock down to 35 and I'd be at 30.
Sure.
And it'd hit 25 and I'd be at 23.
Yeah.
And I waved at those guys every day. They got used to seeing my vehicles, and I mean, but I never, ever, I didn't have any doubt in my mind if I was doing 27, they wouldn't pull me over.
Heck, 26.
But they'd wave at me. They were always, and I'd always see them when somebody pulled over, I'd always merge into the other lane and slow it down even further and go by nice and slow. And, I mean, but I mean, that's just, it's ridiculous. It's such a abuse of power. And I mean, I can understand it. Somebody goes ripping through that little town like that doing 45 or 50,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. But it's just bizarre. And then, like I said, you got this, the thing at the, we're so worried about state lines and this and that, the other thing, but then you've got a border that's wide open, and you've got, I mean, like I said, I don't have anything against somebody who's trying to better their life, who's trying to leave one country and go to another because they're going to, I mean, and I've brought this up before, but obviously there's, it's not a good time in Mexico for a lot of people. I mean, the females that go with those coyotes, I mean, it's basically like mandatory. I mean, it's not like mandatory from the coyotes, but I mean, amongst the females, they know that they got to take birth control, because chances are somewhere on that journey, they're going to get raped.
Yeah.
And so to be able to be in a position where you're going to take that risk and that probability, and you're going to say that I'm okay with this happening to me
So
because
that way
I want to get over
away.
there, and because I'm going to have a better life over there. To me, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, to have to have that knowledge that you're going to endure such trauma,
but you're willing to take
and you're
that,
willing to take that
just to get there,
just to get away, just to flee from
Yeah.
what's going on behind you.
And then you show up here and you get, this stuff. I don't know how many people at one point in time. It was over 10,000 people under that bridge in Del Rio. And they had like 8 porta potties that were just overflowing. And these people are just, they're just like boxed in there. And yeah, you're going to have, undesirable people in these caravans. You can't tell me that terrorist countries, or what we call terrorists, aren't putting people, in these caravans. You can't tell me that there's not gang members and things like that. But it, to just sit there and say that, you just come on in that situation. And we've put, by having that policy, we put a lot of these people at risk.
Yeah.
Because instead of going through the channels, and I do think there needs to be reform in our immigration process for sure. Like Ricardo, it took him 22 years to become a citizen. He went to school at the University of Miami, went to school at BYU, was the leader of a financial team in Denver and in Baltimore, Maryland. His sister is a doctor that's trying to come here, and she could not come to the United States. They wouldn't take her. She's a fucking medical doctor. Canada said, you bet.
Yeah.
So she's going to end up in Canada. Now, in the place we find ourselves right now, wouldn't we want medical professionals in this country? Wouldn't that be somebody that perhaps if they wanted to immigrate to this country and they were a medical doctor during this time, wouldn't that be somebody that would say, yes, let's expedite this. Come on.
Yeah, sure. Especially as we welcome all those people that are fleeing bad places.
Right. And then, there's no, we can't even get COVID tests for people in this country right now, which has been a huge deal in the news. And, I don't quite understand that. Why don't we have tests? It seems like with this Omicron, it doesn't really matter unless, this is one of those things, unless you're like, you're old, obese, a smoker,
yeah,
or you're suffering from some kind of pre-existing condition, you got COPD, you got cancer, God forbid, you got any number of different things, asthma, maybe, I don't know. But from what they're saying is like, they're not even recommending the test. If you feel the symptoms, they're just saying stay home for 5 days. So we've gone from 14-day quarantine to now they're calling it a 5-day isolation. And so when Omicron started, it was 10 days.
Yeah.
And now they've dropped it down to 5.
Now, what's the difference between an isolation and a quarantine?
That's a good question, isn't it?
It is.
Now, like in Australia, they've set up basically, these are like prison camps. They're going to get people in police vehicles and throwing them in and taking them out there. And you're put in basically a cell. There was this gal named Australian lady named Haley. I can't remember her last name. First name's Haley, but she had been around somebody that did test positive. So they showed up at her home, knocking on the door. Police did. Asked her if she'd been tested. She was scared to death because she'd already been to one of these camps and she didn't want to go back to another one. So through contact tracing, they realized that she'd been around this individual that did test positive. So they show up at her house. They ask her. She says, yes, I did have a test. I tested negative. She lied. They leave. They call back. She said 15 minutes later, said, on record, we don't have you having taken a recent test. We're sending somebody right now to test you. And she said, okay, they're just coming to test me. And they said, yes. They showed up, they grabbed her, threw her in the fucking police vehicle, took her out to one of these camps, threw her in a room. And she had to sit there for 14 days. And she tested negative. They don't care. She had to sit there for 14 days. There was footage of her trying to talk to him about like getting out to like use the laundry and shit like that, but she didn't even get to take any of that with her. She just had the clothes on her back. I mean, you and I both know, even if you're just in a room by yourself for 14 days, you got to do some laundry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're telling her that if she tries to exit the room or whatever, that she's going to get issued a $5,000 fine. That's in Australia. They're doing the same type of things going on in Austria. Germany's looking at it. I mean, they're blowing this thing out of proportion I'm probably going to get flagged for medical misinformation again, I'm sure.
Sure.
But I'm just going by statistics. I mean, this is a 0.89 mortality rate on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's next to nothing.
Really. And they, they conflate statistics. I mean, you have a number of people that are already hospitalized for this thing. And so now you've got the Omicron variant, right? Which is a lot more transmissible, and which has been said that's medical doctors the guy that came up with the technology for the vaccine, he came out and said, this is the way the viruses go. They mutate. And as they mutate, they become more transmissible. They become less lethal. And as they do so, that the people that do get the virus build up a natural immunity. And then that's what defeats the virus. And that's what the common cold is, except for the common cold wasn't man-made. Right. Where this is.
This was produced.
Yes. And it's been proven. And that fucking Fauci has sat there and lied to Congress, and he's lied to everybody, and everybody just listens to him. And he's done nothing but lie. I mean, they've done nothing but lie. And then they want to talk about medical misinformation. Who has lied more than anybody in this whole thing? It's not been the people that are coming out and saying what's actually true. I mean, the people that have lied have been, the CDC.
Yeah, the government.
The NIH, the fucking, the WIV, the Wuhan Institute of Virology. I mean, they've all lied. And American taxpayer money funded the Wuhan Institute of Virology. It's been proven. So take me down if you have to, YouTube. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling the truth right here. This is fucking proven fact. Okay? Fauci was behind it.
Wasn't there just a huge article in Newsweek, right?
There was, and I read about that the other night. And it shows the whole way this thing has gone down. And here we are. People are so stupid out there that you're getting freaked out about this shit. And I brought up a fact the other day about the size of the virus.
Yeah.
What did I say the size was? 120 nanometers. 120, nanometers.
Yeah.
Right. And the pores on the N95 mask are 330. So they're over twice the size of the virus. Yeah. They say, well, it's mostly transmissible if you sneeze. Okay. And they say that the mask knocks down the sneeze. Okay, great. You sneeze in the mask, right? What happens when you blow out a big old snotty fucking sneeze inside of a cup mask on your face? Are you just going to walk around with that shit just all over yourself? I mean, you're going to just sit there and eat your own snot?
No, you're going to touch it.
No, you're going to touch it. And then you're going to touch something else. And somebody else is going to come along. I mean, it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. The way we've treated this is just like a bunch of fucking morons. I mean, quite honestly, we're so fucking fearful.
Yeah.
We're so fearful.
Preying on the government. They're preying on the fear, and that's how you subdue a people is to make them afraid.
Certainly. And then what they're doing as well is they're making 50% of the population hate the other 50%.
Sure.
Right. They said that 40% of the people in this country are not vaccinated. Right. So the vaccinated, regardless of the fact that they don't know what they've even had injected inside of them, they hate you because you're not vaccinated. They don't know that you might have natural immunity because you've already had it. Like myself, I've had it twice.
Myself also.
So I'm not getting the shot. I've had it twice. I mean, everything I've read says I have better immunity than somebody that's had the vaccine. Also, when you get the vaccine, you're still going to get it. Everybody, science has come out and said everybody's going to get it. And
it's not, as I understand, a true vaccine anyway. I mean, it's more of an inoculation, which I think is maybe a little bit different.
Well, as the thing mutates, though, it's going to, they haven't come out with, it's it's silly, and to have these and then they come out and say, well, the reason that it's still coming out is because of the unvaccinated. Well, here's what happens when everybody gets vaccinated. What do you think happens? The variant, the mutation that can survive the virus or the vaccine, it multiplies tenfold.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying don't get the I'm not saying don't. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not at all. I mean, I think vaccines have done some great things for humanity,
Right.
But you look at like this is not something where I mean, for you to get the vaccine and then to be told that you still have to wear the mask, and that now you have to be scared of whoever doesn't have the vaccine is absolutely ridiculous. Because if that vaccine works and you've had it, then you shouldn't have to worry about anybody else.
Right.
It's like, do you mind your business? You'll live longer. If the thing works and it's something that you should absolutely do, then you should be fine with getting on a bus or a train next to anybody with no mask on, no nothing. And you should be fine in yourself and knowing, I mean, I know that if I'm sitting next to somebody that's got measles or mumps or rubella, I had the shot once as a kid.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yep. I mean, is that you or me? Binging.
I'm on silent mode.
Oh, it's Kpook. Oh, I'm trying to get him on here. Let's see what we got going on. He might have other things happen. I don't know if he's watching. I gave him the key. Okay, let's message him back.
I'm not vaccinated either, folks. I had I had it.
Yeah,
I felt fine, even when I had it. I was fine. I didn't have any near-death experiences. I didn't think I was dying. I felt better than I had felt in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's it messed me up good the first time. I mean, it was a couple of days. It was pretty
hairy.
Yeah, it was a little hairy in there. Let's see if we can get him invited on here. I'll try and send this out again. Anyway, we got Kpook Joshua. He's trying to get on here and join us. So pardon me for a moment. I'll let Tyler take the wheel.
Oh, that's frightening.
Here we go.
What do we got going on? Is he here?
No, I was just gonna let you go with things.
Okay. Well, I'm not anti-vax either, but I am kind of an anti this vax, to be honest with you. I just don't think that there was enough research. I mean, there couldn't have been enough research done for me to put that into my body.
Right.
And
and here's the thing. I think that, there was people that needed it,
Probably there were people that needed it.
And that's fine. I mean, if you're susceptible, if you're older, if you've got other underlying issues, then, I mean,
it was probably good for old Brandon to get it.
Yeah, Brandon. I don't think
Brandon
Brandon has had it, has he? I don't know. He's acted like he has.
Yeah, he probably needed it.
He's been up there wheezing and coughing and shit. And there's been a couple times. I mean, I know Peter Ducey asked him one day, he was like, "You all right, sir?" He's like, coughing and, looking a little peaked there. All right, get me out of here. All right, let's see if we can get Kel in.
Right on.
I don't know if I sent him the wrong stream key or not, but I'm going to send him another invite. Then we'll see. Hopefully he pops up here. Might have to Bluetooth him in and make a phone call and see. But I wish I could somehow get this key to come to my phone so I can just send it on a text, but it should go through.
I got the key. I could forward it to you.
Did it match what I just pulled up there?
I don't know.
Because the one I pulled up earlier might not have been there. It's supposed to be the same one no matter what on here on Restream. It's supposed to be the same key all the time. And I guess since we're just recording here, we're not worried about getting shut down on the live stream anyways, but then I'll have to turn around and upload it. I'm all wheezy. What are you saying? Nothing. Good grief.
I just texted you.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With the one I got.
Okay.
Definitely going to want to cut this little bit out.
Yeah. And then this is going to come up here on the goddamn thing. See, this is just opening it up now. Shit. I got to go back.
You can forward it to him.
That's what I'm trying to do. How do you do that? Just hold it.
Yeah.
Copy. And let's go. Where's it? All right. Paste. All right, let's see if that works. All right.
It's hot in here tonight.
I know, man. These lights get warm.
Whew.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully this works. I mean, I've had to look with everybody. I'm pretty sure that I sent the same thing that I'd sent you. I mean, you're able to come through on that. You should be able to come through. Come on, Kpook. Get you on up there. Waiting. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Dee, 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 dee. There he is. All right. There's Kpook. Where's he at? Kpook.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, I got no audio on you, homie. Oh, hell. What do we need?
I'm trying to hear you, but it's
Hey, there we go.
Barely hear you, but
Can you hear me?
I can barely. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see if I can make this go on speaker.
All right, we got a crazy delay.
No, this is as loud as I can get with you guys. But hey, listen, what's up? Hey, world, how you doing? Wyoming, how you doing? Why? This
Hey,
is your
man, everybody misses you
Kpook.
out here, man. This is my boy Tyler.
What's going on? I'm driving on the wonderful 605 freeway.
We got a terrible,
The rain is
horrible.
over with.
We got a
terrible
horrible
what?
delay.
Oh, that's so effed up. I got then I'll have premature ejaculation. It'd be great on this delay.
I mean, I can hear you fine. I'm coming through way. I don't know what's
late.
up. But listen, you guys know me and Mike are great friends, and
I'm gonna try and put through a different. Audio output capture here. This might turn into some
I
bullshit.
think the next time I come on, I'm gonna put my headphones in my ear. That way, I'll be able to hear you guys. And then this
your headphones
car
are
that
great.
I'm in, I don't have Bluetooth, so I really can't hear you. Shit.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm Tyler.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I hope, man. Listen,
See how
I'm
late that
driving
came through?
and I'm driving and being a madman all at the same time.
Hey, that's what we need more of on the roads.
Yeah, black guy
We're gonna try something different
driving
here.
like Mario Andretti.
Getting it figured
Hey, you know,
out,
Mike?
I don't know. It's not really coming through.
Well,
Oh man, this is some bullshit.
hey, but you needed to try. You needed to try a trial and error right now, so it's all good.
Yeah, it was crazy though because it worked well for Tyler earlier from here. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is slowing us down. It might be this desktop audio. I don't know. At least we're not. At least this isn't going live, Josh.
All right. Well, even if it was,
I'm just trying to figure out what I can do here to change this thing up.
Hey, man. When we had this turned up,
Yeah,
just by itself with just us,
yeah.
without any.
I don't think that's
else?
causing a delay though.
Remember, we were getting that really bad echo.
Yeah, we're getting that ring. I don't know, man. Hey,
It's
I'm
all
going to, since we're just recording this, I'm going to hit you up on the phone right now, okay?
All right, no problem.
All right. Yeah, we're going to try this.
Yeah.
Let's turn the Bluetooth on here.
You want me to turn this down?
Yeah, turn that guy down. And let me pair this up. We're just a bunch of useless idiots. All right, where's my Roadcaster? So, okay, I should be connected via phone. Okay. All right, now that should be coming through. Let me try and call him and see what it comes through at. All right, hopefully that's, there we go. Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, brother, we're just on audio right now. I don't know what's going on. Were you able to hear me at all?
Yeah, I heard you.
It was just coming through way delayed.
No, it didn't sound like it was delayed. I was just hearing you.
Oh, okay, because it was coming through delayed in our audio here.
Yeah, we were hearing a whole conversation
So
30
like
seconds later.
So when we were talking to you, was it coming through like it looked like we were actually you were
on time? Yeah, you guys were on time.
Okay, because it was coming back, it was feeding back through our audio that it, like, I would say something to you and it come back through like, 3-4 seconds later. So I was thinking that you weren't even hearing what I was saying to you. So I guess that's good to know. So we had something going on with it might be my audio out or something that's fucked up. But
hey, well, this is good that we did this.
Yeah, so we'll just continue the conversation. We can just continue it on audio. You look like you're headed out, man. You going out to the party or what? Got big things happening tonight?
Just going out to a little something, man. It's the last Thursday before the year, so I'm gonna do something crazy real quick and
don't do anything too
tomorrow
crazy.
I have to be with my significant other and bring in the new year.
You got yourself a special lady friend, huh? Shout out to her.
Yeah, she just reminded me. She goes, "This is our third New Year's together." I'm like, "Oh, really?
Damn.
I don't remember the first one."
Damn, that's great, dude. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. How long it's been since I've been out to LA, man. It's just like, motherfucker. It's
about 6 years.
Has it been that long? No, it ain't been that long.
I haven't been out 6 years. It's been out about. You've been out. You've been missing for about
it's been
14 months or so.
It's been quite some time. Well,
a whole Dodger season, two Dodger seasons.
Yeah, I know, man. You need to get out here again too. Anyways, man, get out of that fucking shithole out there and come out here.
Dude, if I come this time, I'm bringing some friends.
That's fine. You can bring whoever you want.
Because I keep telling them you don't have no idea until I fucking tell you until you go and experience that shit yourself.
Yeah, no, bring whoever you want, man. I don't care. We'll have a good time, man.
I was laughing today, Mike, because I was wearing my Negro League leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And when I put it on, I was like, oh, shit, last time I had this motherfucker on, it was windy as fuck. Snow was coming down.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's always windy here.
We're trying to fucking cut wood for fucking cognac.
You know that every one of them fucking, every one of those trucks was sitting in the front of the car lot here for sale.
What? All those crazy trucks?
All those Raptors and yeah. I mean, he's gone.
No way.
He's gone, dude. And all that work we did on all those buildings, they fucking just tore it all.
Even that super duper house is gone.
It's all gone. Yeah, I mean, he's gone, man. Things up for sale. He's done. He's out. I mean,
so somebody bought the whole fucking.
I don't think anybody's bought it yet, but they had an auction for all those trucks because there was like 12 Raptors or whatever out there.
What about those fucking crazy tanks?
I don't know where those went, man. They had those and all them Sherps, and then there was that one big ass tank that would do like 70 miles an hour. And I mean,
I'm gonna start posting what was going on in Kanye's fucking compound.
Well, yeah, what we need to do too is go back and go over that footage with Tommy. What's up, Tommy Curdy? And we should put something with that together because I mean, he rolled a lot of film out here that's never gone anywhere. So, I mean, at this point in time, I don't think there's really any. I mean, my attorney already told me there's nothing to worry about with the NDA.
There's probably never nothing to worry about it from the beginning.
I don't think so. I mean, really, the way it was phrased, it was just more about, anybody like, pushing record on their phone or whatever when he was, doing whatever up there in the studio. But I don't know. I don't really even care one way or another. I mean, that's the thing is, I had high hopes for that whole thing, thinking that it was going to turn out to be something good. And I had thoughts that it was going to be something good for the community and everything else, and then it just turns like shit.
It didn't even last a fucking year, right?
Not really. I mean, not even, I don't think. Not
so
even.
Now everything you bought from all those other people, like your neighbors and all that shit, is now back empty again?
Yeah, they never did nothing in there, man. I mean, there's nobody parked there. There's nothing.
But
there.
Everybody did get their money though, right?
Oh,
they got their money,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, no, my friends, they got paid, and I mean, I think everybody did, but I had to go out there and get a fuel injector from that dealership, and I pulled up in the place, and I look over, and there's all those Raptors sitting there, and it was just like, oh shit. And then I talked to somebody, they said they were trying to auction them all off at the same time, and it's like, who the fuck around here's got that kind of? I mean, 12 of those things.
How much they went for one?
Well, brand new, they started, I'm sure they drive off the lot at about 80 grand a piece, but each one of them had wraps and custom wheels and who knows what else on them.
Kanye's sweat.
Yeah. And then he had his own special one. Then he had them Can-Ams. He had the Sherps. Those things, I think, start about 120 a piece.
Oh,
there was like 8 of them, and then that high-speed tank. I mean,
yeah, I remember that motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, that thing was crazy, going 70 miles an hour out there across the sagebrush. But yeah, that's kind of the area. I've been riding my dirt bike around a lot, man. As I was telling you, man, all the things I found. I'm not going to get into it on here, but when you come out here, man, I'll get your ass a 4-wheeler or something. I won't put you on a dirt bike. We'll get you one of those Can-Am side by sides.
Yes, Black Evil Knievel.
Believel Knievel.
Believel Knievel.
It's Believel Knievel, ladies and gentlemen. What was that movie where was that one of the Oceans, like Ocean's 13 or whatever, where was Don Cheadle played like the black version of Evil Knievel?
Oh yeah.
Was that what was it, Ocean 13?
I think so.
When he went in and he was going to do some jump, I think that was right before they did the thing underground where they bored through and started the fake earthquake. Yeah, Don Cheadle was the original Believel Knievel. I found something just like Blelvis. Yeah, I saw something the other day I had and it said Jelvis on it, and I started laughing, thinking about Blelvis, and then I started thinking about us sitting up there in the lieutenant's office eating them fucking tickets that one night, thinking we were going to the shoe. That shit was one of the funniest things I think that ever happened in there. Where they're like, oh shit, we got fucking tickets. Then the LT comes in. Now, you guys want to explain to me why I'm getting notified of a black guy and a white guy in a white cell? I think we were going to get locked up too until he put the call in and asked Pete about it, and Pete was like, "Oh yeah, that was Josh and Mike."
Yeah.
He didn't know what the fuck to think about.
Fucking green.
It was about like the same time the captain came in the shoe and said, I don't know what a black dude is doing coming in talking on behalf of a white dude, but you're getting out of here. I knew right. I was like, Josh. Oh, shit. So what are you doing? Are you going down? You going downtown? You going, you hanging in Long Beach? What are you up to?
Downtown in a minute. Right now, I got to go make a little quick stop for handle something in a little quick spot.
But quick stop at the short stop?
Yeah, quick. No way. That's just fucking damn near closed down.
Is it really?
Yeah, man. Clubs are having a hard time right now surviving.
Well, I'm sure they are. I mean, that part of town, I'm guessing is probably. What's going on, man? With the, I mean, you keep telling me that everything I'm seeing is bullshit. I mean, is the violence and the crime rate going through the roof like they say, or is that all bullshit?
I mean, it was, man. I mean, it's always a bit, but it was going down pretty hard for a minute there, buddy. Yeah.
Not where you're at though, right?
No, but they did one thing that was close to my house. Not that close, but close enough in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Shit happens, Mike. You know what I mean? The world is going crazy right now, so shit happens.
Oh, I know, man. In Los Angeles has always been, it's always been I mean, there's always been violence there. I mean, shit, it's a volatile place. You know. I mean,
but let's get back onto this maybe tomorrow or so, and we'll talk about the band.
Yeah.
And but I'm at my first spot right now. But I just want to say, why oh me, I love you. And I'll be back soon.
Everybody misses you out here, brother.
Yeah, you know, Mike, I really need my fucking Eagle membership back. If I gotta shoot you some money, I need that shit back.
I thought we had that taken care of. Let me check with Tom, and I'll make sure that happens.
Tell him to come on. I really need that because not only do the real reason why I need it is because one, I was the only black guy that walked through there, and it's for fucking Ralph. And I want to go to the ones out here.
The last time I spoke with him, I thought we had it taken care of. So I'll hook up with him tomorrow, and we'll get to the bottom of it, and we'll make sure that it happens one way or another.
And if I gotta pay dues, I'll pay my dues.
I'll cover the dues, man. It ain't no big deal. I know we get right one way or another. It don't matter at all. But I thought that
all the time.
We had spoken about that, and I thought it was handled and taken care of. So,
make sure you give me some designs for your for t-shirts. 2 colors, okay. 2 color minimum, right? I mean, 2 color max.
Yep, I got some already lined up. So I keep saying I'm gonna shoot them to. I'll just shoot them to you on your email.
All right, perfect.
All right,
bro. All right, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
And what's up?
I said it was good talking to you. Good to meet you.
Hey, hey, you need to come to LA so you can come ride this fucking Duffy boat.
Yeah, I want to do that, man. Say what's up to Toad. Say what's up to Joe. Say what's up to Keith if you see him, but all the rest of the crew. Say what's up to Ant.
I got you, man. 100%.
All right, man. Much love, brother.
All right, much love.
All right, later.
Later.
All right, and there we go. We tried to do a video call. Apparently, Kpook said that it was coming through on his end.
Yeah,
but I don't know if we were getting some kind of a reverb on this end.
It was
some kind of a recirculation, but I kept thinking that he wasn't hearing us.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I mean, I think when you were working on it, I introduced myself and stuff.
Yeah,
and I think that but it was bizarre to hear that lag.
Right, and I don't know if this audio output capture is.
I wonder what it sounded like on here.
I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm not going to mess with anything else right now. I think what we're going to do is probably wrap it up, I guess.
That's it. It's been an hour.
I don't know. So there you heard it from Los Angeles too. I mean, Kpook said that things have gone a little bit nuts, but he said they're wide open. So I don't know if you believe what you hear on the news or not, I mean, he's saying that everything's pretty much all right. I mean, he said there was a couple things that went down, but Los Angeles has always had that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you heard it from the mayor of Los Angeles right there. I mean, he's saying everything's cool. He's out rolling around. I mean, they make it sound like everything's just completely shut down, locked down, and everything else out there, and that everybody's just shooting each other. But I mean, a shout out to Slugger. I heard the homie guy, that he had some issues. I guess that would have been shit like last New Year's, but I don't know. Anyway, I hope everybody out there is doing well, no matter where you're at on this hurtling rock that we're on, flying through the sky. However many miles an hour we're going on this fucking rock, just flinging around a big old fucking fireball,
a ball of flames.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. We take ourselves so seriously, and we're just a little speck in them fucking. Maybe we're in a simulation. I tend to lean more towards that every day, but I mean, the odds of this actually being a thing, this whole existence and this life and this planet and this and the fact that us with our monkey brains have devised this whole theory of how this all transpired and came about, and then we can sit here and talk about billions of years. I mean, can you even fathom a billion?
I can't fathom a million. Really?
I mean, how can you say anything that happened? I mean, how could you really say that you can definitively say what was going down a million years ago?
Or 1,000 years ago, even for that matter.
200 years ago.
Yeah. Anything that's beyond the scope of our own existence.
My first memory, I think, was like 1979. So before that, I don't know. I can't really say that anything before that in my reality, in my world.
Yeah, I would say mine was
probably, I'm just believing what somebody else is saying.
I was probably, my first memory is probably when I was about 2. Yeah. 2.5, probably.
That's where I was at too. 2.5, 3 years old.
Yeah, I remember my mom's birthday that year.
Yeah, I remember going to see the Mariners play the Red Sox, and then the next night they played the Yankees. And I don't really remember much after that till I was maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
But that was one memory that I was stuck in my head. And saw Goose Gossage, saw Louis Tiant. And I remember my dad telling me, like, this is who this is, this is who that is. And I remember sitting there, we were on the first base side. I still have the ticket stubs.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
But after that, up to that and then after that.
Yeah.
It's weird. Weird how little things like that
stick with you.
Little snippets, little synapses fired and imprinted itself on your brain.
Yeah. That might be something to talk about one of these days.
Yeah, memory is a crazy thing, man. And then the idea of like deja vu and shit too. Dreams, things like that. It's crazy. I mean, what are dreams?
I think it's just like a compilation of like things you experienced during the day, all mixed up with things you remember.
But what about when you have those things that you see something from your future and then it comes true? Like when I was in high school, right? I never did drugs, never touched nothing, didn't smoke weed, nothing, right? I wasn't like, I mean, my friends did. I had to go, I wanted to go play college baseball, and I thought that was something that I shouldn't do. So I didn't mess with it, but I'd have these dreams. Like, and I vividly remember the dreams. So I was like 17, 18 years old, having dreams about big piles of weed and cocaine.
Sure.
And I'd wake up and I'd be, what the fuck was that? You know, I mean, it kind of upset me because, I mean, it was something that I didn't want to do.
Right.
And then years down the road in life,
you saw big piles of cocaine and weed.
Just, you know, and it's like, where did that come from? I mean, where did that dream come from? Number one, because I'd never even seen, I mean, I'd seen dudes like smoking joints and shit like that. I'd never even really seen a bag of pot. Like I didn't know what it even looked like at that point in time in my life.
Right.
Like I knew my friends, a couple friends that would smoke. And I mean, I didn't care, you know, and some people call me a frowner and this and that. I was like, look, I don't give a shit. Do what you're going to do. I'm like, but I'm just going to drink my Budweiser and chew my Copenhagen. You know, I just wanted to play baseball. That was it. And so I'd never seen anything like that. But these were like, you know, very vivid dreams.
Sure.
And they freaked me out. And then, you know, it was like, so, I mean, what the hell's that all about?
I don't know, man. Precognition. Yeah.
Right. So what's that mean about dreams? I mean, I think that, who's to say? Maybe dreams are where reality actually exists.
Could be. Maybe this is a dream.
Maybe it very well could be. The whole thing could be it might just be a scene from fucking Jumanji.
Fucking Jumanji.
You never know.
Nintendo 64.
Goddamn Nintendo 64. I mean, really, you don't know. I mean, that's the funny thing. That's the crazy thing. It's like, what is this? You know, what is this? What is, I mean, like I was just saying, we're hurtling around a fireball on a rock.
Yeah.
But spinning, supposedly.
In theory.
Allegedly.
With the rock spinning around us, right?
Yeah, the moon. Yeah, that's spinning around us. We're spinning around that, and we're just spinning round and round and round she goes. Huh? And then that thing.
It's dizzying to think about.
What is it? 297,000 mile diameter ball of fire.
Yeah.
That at any point in time can just poof, explode. We're done. They say the reason that the Dark Ages happened and why everybody, you know, went from like kind of, you know, on the rise of, you know, intelligence and that in the human race to like the feudal system and the Dark Ages. They said that it was because of solar activity, because of increased solar activity.
Really?
And we've been going through that right now, allegedly. They said there's been a lot more solar activity in that perhaps could explain why there are so many fucking morons out there and why the world's being run by morons.
Yeah.
And what do we all have to gain by all these games? What do we have to gain by these wars and this? I want this and then you did and these power struggles, because we're, as human beings, we are here for such a short snippet of time.
I don't think we have anything to gain. I think a select few have something to gain.
But what? I think that
they got their values all messed up. I think they got their values messed up.
Well, I think that it's been man's nature to hold, certain people. I mean, it's just, I mean, I guess you've got a hierarchy in the animal kingdom, but I mean, we're the only species that's uncomfortable here.
Yeah.
But what's it all about? I mean, why are we fighting with Russia? What does it matter?
Yeah.
Why are we dropping bombs in the middle? I mean, what are we doing? And then we watch these TV shows and we get mad at each other because you voted for this and I voted for that, and you suck and I'm smart and you're dumb, and you're dumb and I'm smart and I'm fucking stupid and you're a fucking genius, and
tomorrow you're an idiot. Today you're
and I'm proud to be an American, even though I didn't choose in my mother's womb that I was going to be born white and American.
Right. I had no choice.
I mean, did somebody born in a third world country where there's just absolute poverty and starvation and disease and hunger and horrific fucking things going on, did they choose to be born there? I mean, that's why I have a problem with fucking racism, man. Because it's like, did anybody choose who they were born as? Maybe Jason Bourne?
Jason Bourne.
He chose.
He had an ultimatum.
He had that already in his mind.
Yeah.
He told his mom what he was going to be.
Yeah.
The rest of us, we don't know.
Nobody messes with Matt Damon.
The rest of us, we just go boom, just plopped out.
Plopped out again.
Wherever you're at, And I mean, that's why I have a problem with the whole race thing. And people just like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, I mean, nobody had any choice about the pigment of their skin, where they were born. I mean, I think you have a choice of who you're going to be within your life, right? Yeah. But that's also dictated by, the circumstances of, where you were born, where you're from, and unfortunately the color of your skin.
Yeah.
And I think that's just some bullshit that we even fucking think about that. I mean, that's why I have mixed emotions about this border shit. On one hand, I just think that, it would all even itself out if everybody was just allowed to go wherever, and it seemed proud to be an American. I'm proud to be an American. You didn't choose that shit. Nationalism is the dumbest shit in the world. To sit here and say the founding fathers, well, what the fuck did you have to do with the founding fathers? May I ask you, audience? I mean, this country has been around for 245 years. Is anybody around for any of this shit? I mean, we got a president that doesn't know the fucking Declaration of Independence, and we're going to be proud to be an American. Okay, I love my country. I love this country. I do. I love this country. I love the people that I know. It's all I know is this country. I've never been anywhere. I've been to Mexico a couple of times. I've been to Canada. I've never been anywhere else.
No, I've only been to Canada.
I love the country. I love the people. I love all people, and I would love to be able to go other places, but unfortunately I haven't done that, but does it make somebody else's life more like trivial than mine? I mean, does it well, I'm proud to be an American.
America.
I mean, what is that? What is that? I mean, to sing these songs and you're pledging allegiance to okay. I'm fine with like, hey, watch your neighbor's back, look out for one another.
Right.
But how come there's just this fucking imaginary line that's like, okay, you people over here. Yeah.
You're a little bit less than us.
We're America.
America?
I mean,
not America.
The whole idea, and I'm not about the whole, they talk about globalism and shit like that. And I just think live and let be,
Yeah.
If I want to walk somewhere, why can't I just walk where I want to walk in life?
Right.
Why can't I get in my vehicle and drive where I want to drive? I mean, why do I got to get stopped going someplace because I'm crossing some imaginary line? How come when I go down to Colorado, I can go right there to that fucking border and I can take one step right across and turn around and look at a cop and fire up a joint?
Yeah.
And he can't do shit to me because of this imaginary line. But if I step back over with that joint in my hand, oh boy.
Now you're breaking laws.
Now you cross state lines with a plant.
Yeah.
You crossed state lines with a plant, motherfucker. And that, we will not have that in this state of Wyoming. You will not cross that imaginary line with a fucking plant. You can have Budweiser. And chew all the Copenhagen you want.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself some lip cancer, some cirrhosis of the liver. Get yourself in trouble. Get you a DUI.
And have everybody be able to look it up online.
But you keep your fucking plants in Colorado, you hear me? Keep your plants in Colorado because we don't want them up here in Wyoming. This is Wyoming.
We don't like oxygen.
We don't like plants. God damn her. This is America. Where's my gun? Fucking, what a bunch of fucking horse shit.
It is.
How stupid is it? You think about it. I mean, come on, people. Wake up. Think about this shit. Actually stop and think about this shit. This is fucking dumb. I mean, the United States, but they're not United States.
No, we can't even
agree on
You can do
this here, but you can't do it here.
Yeah, we can't even agree on what's right and what's wrong.
You can go gamble in Nevada. Spend all your money down there to get her done. Get off the airplane. Fucking ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Fucking, blow your wad. Up here, can't gamble.
Nope.
No plants either.
Can't spend your money how you want it.
No plants.
No plants.
No.
No gambling. I mean, we got
and we're God fearing and all that. I mean, so did God fuck up? Did God fuck up by making marijuana? Was that? I mean, because it. I mean,
I don't think so.
But
I don't really belong in Wyoming because I like plants.
Plants are good.
Yeah,
I got no problem with them.
I have no problem with them either.
I mean, there's certain ones I haven't partaken of in years, but I wouldn't say that somebody else can't. I mean, obviously, I don't want my minor son doing that.
No. I mean,
I feel like you reach an age you kind of do what you want. I mean, like it's not the government or the state's job to protect me from myself or a plant.
Maybe you should be able to make a decision. At 21, either you get a card that says you can drink or you get a card that says you can smoke some weed.
Anybody that's ever done anything just super fucked up when they're high on pot?
No.
Have you ever done? I've been high a lot more than most.
I've done some stupid shit.
Oh, I have too. Like
I've eaten a lot of
but not
weird
like
combinations of food.
Right. Yeah, like pickles and peanut butter and weird shit like that. Yeah, but I've never done anything. I've never done anything harmful to anybody.
My daughter just told me that one of her favorite meals was a peanut butter, honey, and pickle sandwich when she was pregnant.
I've heard that a lot too.
Yeah.
Maybe we ought to have one. I've got some really spicy Famous Dave's pickles in the fridge.
Have you ever had one of them?
The spicy pickles?
No, one of the peanut butter, honey, and pickle
sandwich.
But
I have the ingredients.
Huh. Wonder if it's good.
I would be crazy with those. Have you ever had one of those Famous Dave's spicy pickles?
I haven't.
They're fire.
Are they?
Yeah, they're fire, man.
Maybe I'm gonna have to try one.
They might be good on a peanut butter sandwich.
Maybe I'll have to hit one up in the green room.
Yeah.
Or whatever, the blue room. What color are the rooms?
The green room? There's other rooms. Got a garage, kitchen. We got the studio. I don't know. What a fucking mess. Yeah. This is a mess of a world, though. We are really just a stupid fucking species. Are we not? I mean, and I do get wound up about politics and shit, but I think the reason I get so wound up about it is because of the stupidity of it.
Right.
That's why at the end of the whole thing, my hashtag is #walk away.
Yeah.
Because we should just turn our backs on it. That's my idea, is like fucking walk away from these fucking idiots. Let's just not play. If we didn't play, there's 334 million people in this country, and you got a handful that are calling the shots.
Yeah.
And we all cower to them. What if you just said, fuck you? We're not playing
your games.
We're just done with this shit. We're not going to mess with it no more. I mean, my idea is do no harm. Do no harm. Just do no harm. I mean, and that's what anarchy is. People have such a misconstrued fucking conception of what anarchy is. Anarchy is do no harm. The whole concept is to not harm another person or their property. That's it. And if somebody does want to do that, then you have the right to protect yourself by whatever means necessary. I don't see a problem with that.
Not a problem at all. I think it's actually kind of a delightful scenario.
I think so too. I mean, and everybody goes, well, it never worked. You're just living in a fucking fantasy first school fucking blah, 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 blah.
That's what we're living in anyway, really.
I think so. I think it's even worse than that. I think we're living in a totalitarian, egalitarian oligarchy.
Yeah, we're living in a few people's fantasy.
And we're scared. We're scared of. I mean, we have violence. We have the threat of violence enacted upon us every day. Don't go over that number that's on that sign. If that sign says 30 and you go over that, then your insurance is going to go up, and you're going to get a ticket. And if you go,
you're going to get points on your insurance.
And then we're going to search your car because
now we got probable cause to think that you're.
And so now we're going to enact this violence upon you. So we live every day under this threat of violence. And you idiots out there that want to call this a democracy, you're dumb. This is not, and democracy is dumb. Democracy is the fucking dumbest shit on the planet. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel about it because democracy is fucking stupid. Tyler, I don't like your shirt. I don't think you should have that shirt. And I'm going to have a vote in the neighborhood and see what they think. And if we think you shouldn't have that shirt, then you don't have a shirt anymore.
Well, that's bullshit.
That's democracy.
Yeah.
It's the voice of the people. Majority rules.
No, I should.
That's democracy.
Choose what my style is.
Well, that's what democracy is, though.
No, I don't
like it. It's a rule. It's the masses are asses. And then you get a bunch of people that are fucking screaming and yelling about one stupid thing that they don't know anything about, and they get wound up and they get emotional. I mean, it reminds me of the president off of Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
Just get real emotional.
Yeah, that was a good movie. It was scary how
accurate it is.
Accurate
it was accurate at the time, and it's even more accurate now. And you couldn't have gotten closer to President, whatever his name was. What was his name? I'm trying to remember. The rest. I mean, you couldn't have got closer to a president like that than with old Trumpy.
Yeah.
And then now we got this fucking goony fucking dipshit that can't even fucking. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
I mean, that dude that called in.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then
I agree. Let's go, Brandon.
And the reaction from his wife was the best. Just like, oh God, here we go again. I need to look her up. She's supposedly a doctor of something. She's got to be a doctor to be married to that dude.
Somebody's got to be keeping his ass alive.
Oh God, Jesus. Oh. I can't imagine that. What do you think he sleeps in at night? Like, do you think they put him in like a
I think those he has like one of them caps.
That's what I was thinking too.
And
like
then
one of
the blue and white striped pajamas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And then the slippers with a little fur around it. That kind of. And then
he does one of these.
Yep. Yeah, he probably got a fucking.
Time for Betty Bye, and he's got himself a little rabbit or something that
he
drags behind him.
A glass with his dentures sitting in it. He probably has to get up and.
Him and the good doctor have separate twin beds next to each other.
That's what I was thinking too. He got no sex life for that dude.
No, not at all.
He can't even handle.
It doesn't matter how many of them little blue pills he takes.
He can't even handle a question from the press. He can't. Let's go, Brandon. Oh God, that's just so fucking. That JP Sears thing that we watched was fucking hilarious, man. JP, keep it coming, dude. You're fucking funny as shit.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, we're just so stupid. I mean, that whole thing with that NASCAR race when everybody's obviously yelling what they're yelling, and then oh, isn't it great? They're saying, "Let's go, Brandon." How dumb and how fucking. I mean, is she deaf? I mean, you got a whole. I mean, think about how many people are at one of those fucking NASCAR races.
All of the people.
You're talking about a lot of people that show up at those things.
So many people,
and they're all yelling, "Let's go, Brandon." Then you're gonna know it's let's go,
Brandon.
And the same with all the football stadiums across the country and every place else. I mean, they got people with songs out and everything else. I mean, and it's turned into this. It's a movement. It's hilarious. It's like a fucking parody, or I don't even know what you call it. I mean, it's taking one thing and turning it into something that's it's not acceptable. I heard these fucking jackasses on CNN say that it was a call to insurrection. Saying "Let's go, Brandon's" call to insurrection. Like if Spaz were to walk in here right now and I would say, "Let's go, Brandon,"
We just jump up and start putting the boots to him.
Yeah. Is that insurrection? I mean, what if I have a friend named Brandon? Let's go, Brandon.
Stupid.
Hey, man, I've been waiting on you for a while. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, that's a call to insurrection.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking CNN said so. Or MSDNC. Fucking news organizations and all this horse shit. What if we're just laughable? We are. It's really laughable. I mean, I guess maybe that's the way we should just approach it. Is just laugh at it all.
What is up with that Brandon, I wonder?
I don't know.
Spaz.
I don't know. I tried to reach out to him not too long ago.
He'd be a trip to have on here.
Well, I sent him a message. I said, hey, dude, this is Captain Goodification. Why don't you hit me fucking back up, motherfucker?
And he said nothing, huh?
I got nothing back. He might not be. I just found him on Bookface. But apparently he's a member of one of the same social clubs I am. So maybe I'll run into him one day. There's a place we were at the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently he comes in there from time to time.
No shit.
That's what I heard.
Huh.
I don't know if he's still got a face like a tackle box, but
I imagine.
Maybe not.
I mean, I had one.
I don't know.
And
I had a bunch of shit in my face from time to time, time to time. I mean, we all did.
I mean, he might
just be clean cut.
Button down suit.
He might.
Button down shirt.
I doubt that.
I doubt that too, but it might.
You never know.
Never know.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go.
Come on, Brandon. Where are you? Anyway, all right. Well, I guess on that note, we've been going for quite some time now.
I don't even know.
I can tell you. No, I can't.
Oh, well.
I
yeah,
could.
1 hour, 28 minutes, and 47 seconds. 48.
Where are you seeing that?
Up in the next to record up there. You see it?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Sneaky motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. Well, take me out with a bong hit.
I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay.
I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could quit doing these drugs, but I can't and I'm afraid.
I wish that I was smart.
I wish that I was rich.
I wish it wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could help.
I wish I wasn't sick.
I wish I was Tom McDonald. I'd be just like him.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness was right around the corner. Every single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old days are out of reach. I wish that they were closer. I wish I wasn't anxious and I wish I could fast forward. And I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller. I wish the nights were longer and I wish the days were shorter. And I wish that I could sleep enough to maintain my composure. I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself but also be immortal. Take me to the oracle. I heard that time is borrowed. Can you give me back my yesterdays? I'll give you my tomorrows. Forget all of my morals and just live like I cannot remember sorrow. Before all of the tattoos and the cornrows, I was different, I was happy, I was calmer, I was young and full of hormones. Now I'm wishing for a time machine, I'd step into that portal and be gone.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah. I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah, nah.
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. Used to live like I was ready for it, always in a hurry. Now I'm worried, all my memories are blurry. I'm just barely turning 30 and the voices in my head are trying to hurt me. The choices that I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 13, I was smoking with the seniors, drinking beer and getting flirty. Now the Ativan ain't working, I need something even stronger. Give me childhood, my mother and my father and my sister and a Christmas to make up for all the recent ones I'm missing while I'm touring the country for a living. Give me a hug and a Nintendo and a toy box in the closet. Give me everything I wish I had. Oh wait, I think I got it. I'm a rapper like I always promised them I would accomplish. This is awesome, man. I wish I had a friend to tell. I'd call him, man. I wonder if I jump from here, if I'd survive the bottom. And would everyone believe me if I told them I had fallen? I'ma jump.